Hello everybody, welcome back to more of our Outer World series. Right, so we're now at the geothermal plant. And it's time to make our decision on the power issue. So we're going to do a bit of research around here. Okay, nothing on there. That one's down. I guess we just have to head inside. Okay, we're in. Should we buy some ammo? Sell our junk. I will sell. We have nothing. Oh, we already must have sold it. So if we buy maximum. Cool. How do we get in there? This way? No, we can pick this though.
Wow, you got that?
I know, I'm pretty cool, Pavadi. There's nothing else in there. Right, got a terminal. Messages from Spacer's Choice. Mr. Baden, Miss Baden, this letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly. Please set 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Good lord. I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consider your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who are unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I'd like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production, by a cheap cost across the entire region. Ah. Wait, let's read those last one. Steady of decline. While the Emerald remains somewhat fit, our officers are currently investigating to implement additional cost-saving measures which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please inform that the Spaces, Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret it as standard, otherwise it extrapolates meaning from this decision. Special courtesy, we have employed a priority team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Guard. This team has been in charge of refit and upgrade the plant's population free of charge. We got another one.
That's smart. That's the last of them.
All right. Okay, let's back out. Don't want to go that way. Okay, we got through there. We got this area. Wait, no, we can use this keycard for that. I'm sure we can find it somewhere. Terminal. Unlock door. Personal files. Just Higgins again. That Hall had found him fiddling around with the mechanicals. Had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple of days from now, feeling bad for it. Don't let me remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the neck. Working on some logic module. Oh, I've confiscated. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing their guards with also mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up a chief security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about. Guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe. Programmed to treat us like humans. Like their own. People are liable to break down boards for mechanical. Never will. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. What's happened? Mechanicals gone crazy. Locked myself down here just trying to... Okay. But we can unlock that, right? Oh, we can. Okay.
Great work.
I suppose we'll take that. We got any better gear? Oh.
Here we go. Don't mess with us.
It's just that one. Bad. I think it was just the one. What else we got in here?
Okay, going quiet.
I don't intend to go quiet. I'm just seeing if I can get under there. Do I have a shotgun I can use? I don't. Okay.
Unexpected.
We made it. Nice one.
There's another one.
Eyes up.
Here you go. What is this anyway? I mean, I pressed a... Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Oh, he's going to assist me. Let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy the mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. Okay. Right, he's coming with us. Avadi, I hope you have no things, but borrowed a copy of the Young Spaces Guide Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. I read something down in the pit. Goldbridge sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every century in Jordan. It's not my place to say, but it doesn't run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible. Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice, the leading brand in affordable. Okay. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I just found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I'm not time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Guess this was the work of these visiting technicians. I filed a report, but most of you told me not to worry about, so the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to logic modules. So I was a little bit of sleuthing myself. Man's on a... Oh, he... Where... Is it you? Is Jeremy the one that's got the... Jeremy the one's got the logic module in him? Oh, we can't hack that. Is there any way to give a boost? Optional Chester's passcode.
Get away!
Wait, what? There's somebody in here.
You're not real. You're not real.
There's somebody in here, down at the bottom. I'm gonna get this one.
Nicely done.
Oh, oh.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Do we have to climb over, I suppose? Oh god.
Frozen.
That's the last of them.
Systems performing.
We can handle it. Can't get past that. Mess with us. You took one down. Go. Try this.
Good lord, there's a hell of a lot of
The
rooms.
sweeping V
Oh
area.
god. Oh god.
Down.
We're not through.
Alright. That was hidden. Excuse me. Thank you. I don't know what this is doing. This could be really bad for all I know. But I'm guessing it's not. Okay, we must have already come that way. Guess we go up. Okay, let's. If we go down that ladder, we'll be able to see. Oh, hold on. What that barricade door is all about. I think we've already been in here. Yeah, so we need that passcode for.
Get away!
Okay, it's at the bottom of here.
No, just leave me alone.
What are you? There he is.
Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins, The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
And what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you work on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
They're not sentient. I can deal with the mechanicals. I made this far.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module. The tail. Definitely.
What happens to this? No, we'll...
Forgot.
Okay, there it is. Okay, we got his passcode. We got Thomas's book. Okay, now we need to go back to those rooms. Is it here? Where was it? Where the hell was it again? I think it was here. Can't for the life of me remember where this place was. Got that there. Yeah, let's try doing that. The logic module's in there. This leads back out, yep. I had to borrow a copy of the Young Space. Oh, we already know about that. Okay. Could it be this way?
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Oh, is this?
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
The Zerza community, I just can't sure what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Reed tells me Edgewater is going to start without workers and power.
Sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really?
Okay, I'm not ready to do this decision yet. I ain't willing to do it. I gotta find this damn code. Wait, was it this? No. Was it? No. Where was it? There was a door. That was... Oh. Oh. Have we not been in here then? Modify behavior. Select new mode. Error. Automatic distributed mandate remaining guard to select new target. Define intruders. All persons not admitted. Find intruders space. Please allow time. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what we needed to do. I think we need to go back and talk to him again. Ladders? Who needs ladders? Ha ha ha, I laugh in the face of ladders.
What's eating you? The tail. Definitely. Forgot what you... Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Well, yes, for the uninitiated palate, a true gourmand appreciates the Sprat's complex melange of flavors. Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
Damn. And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time.
Oh, how lucky.
My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
There's no actual quest for what he wanted me to do. Is there? I might go talk to Reed again before I divert this power. I am quickly gonna go and get this thing though. Where we go from? Journal. Okay. Right, region. You're not fast travel from this location. Okay, let's leave. Okay, so we should be able to fast travel from here. Where's my map loading? Oh, there we go. Alright, he's in...
Abernathy's chipper today.
Something got you down? Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
It's back here. Nothing. Elevator. Okay.
Something on your mind? Go ahead.
Have you taken around your town lately?
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How give you work? Your town's fallen to pieces. You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Your town's fallen to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Doesn't make it any less true.
I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do.
Or you don't
When
see
I
it for what it
stand in
is.
my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Let me ask you something
Go
else. You seem pretty fit on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Don't you people eat anything other than salt tuna?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, so what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
Makes you think I can convince those Zers to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes this is an ugly place. Of course people are going to walk away.
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have personal... Oh, it's locked.
Go ahead. Can we not?
Why is it locked?
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Go ahead. That you are... I must. The burden of leadership is responsibility. If my workers walked out on Edgewater, then I have failed them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Why is it locked? That's really annoying. Travel back over here. Okay, first of all, Thomas.
Sure.
No kidding. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What's...
Cool. I don't understand why that conversation choice is locked.
Anything else I can do for you?
It's much sounds strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself. Glad I could help, dear. A sadness of the heart brings sickness upon the whole body. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
Are
Yeah,
you
my
talking
barons.
about an escape pod of some sort? Where did you say you were from?
I didn't.
I could do without the mockery. If you don't want to tell me where you're from, that's fine by me.
You don't understand, I'm from the Hope.
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
No, exactly, it's a Connolly ship.
Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore. Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you.
Why, I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
Talk about something else.
I'm listening. I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
But I imagine you get a lot of visitors.
My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
Not a bad way to go about your life.
More of the colony felt the way you did. We'd have ourselves a proper revolution. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
You could always continue your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna? That was all me. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him.
Why?
So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that story.
I could not possibly care less if he does, but you're surely welcome to ask him.
Oh well. Okay, that's interesting. Does she have a computer? It's there, but it's off. Okay. Where's the cannery again? I always forget where it is. Oh, it's over there.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just a...
Ah, I need that hidden loot.
Got it. Inside voices.
God damn it, let me... There we go. Guys, can hear his side of the story.
Something on your mind?
Oh, we still can't. God damn it. Okay, what we'll do, return to Ludwig. Ah, he's on the other side. God, we got around this entire town. All right, there we go. Got a question for you.
Go on.
What do you have against mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculus. Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Got your
Bang
thing.
up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Okay, so I think all we've got left now is this. I still don't know who they can get. I mean, I was pretty set that I was gonna side with the. I'm gonna side with the people. I'm sorry, Pavadi. I'm going against your wish. Right. Now we gotta find the room again. Ah, here we go. Right. Oh, you. It's done. Okay, Reed Thompson.
You want to know what gets my bile churning?
Here we go.
Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Your slave to Space's choice. I'm liberating you.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
I don't know why I can't. I'm sorry about all this, Reed.
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Gonna happen.
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Okay, well, I'm off. You know what?
Are you out of your mind? You just killed him.
Killed who?
Mr. Thompson. Reed Thompson, you know, my boss. I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from here. I need to get away from you.
Determination, please.
You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose at me? You got a real twisted sense of chivalry, you know that? Let's just move on. I couldn't forgive myself if I let you loose upon the Vale unsupervised.
I wanted his key card. Carefully does it. Oh god.
Got 'em all.
Alright, back to Reed space.
What are we supposed to do now?
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns. He didn't. Desertion is a criminal offense. Are we getting paid or not?
Hey! Stop that!
Oh.
What do you think you're doing?
Thanks for the
Okay, there we go. How else can I get up? Can I go back up now?
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
Let go to the lab a sec. Okay.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
It's how you want it, won't seem to come back.
Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
I'm not sure I made the right decision.
The town was enslaved to its cannery. You set them free. The ones who survived the shock of their own liberation will thank you someday. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Yours is the way a better life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined. You're welcome here.
I don't think that key card now. Maybe we're in town in the future. Anyway, let's back to the ship. Okay. Alright guys, we're going to leave things here for this episode. If you enjoyed, remember to hit that like button, subscribe. Most importantly, you know, have a beautiful day, and bye bye.